Hey guys, so for this video I'm going to be doing a review technically of Goodbye Lenin. I was going to do a reaction but I was having trouble with my camera, so I'm just going to go through and kind of explain the movie, what happened, and my thoughts on it, and I might use some scenes from the movie as illustrations. So let's get started. So the movie starts out, there's this family. The father has apparently abandoned him, or abandoned his family, and the mother, she becomes suicidal and is committed, and she has two kids. One of them is named Alex, I can't remember the sister's name, but a boy and a girl. The mother, she's eventually released, and she comes back to take care of her two kids. I mean, it does appear that she does care for them and everything like that, and so we get the, that's pretty much just takes place a little bit at the beginning of the movie, and then pretty much the rest of the movie takes place when Alex is a man, or at least a teenager. I can't remember if he's supposed to be, I mean, he still lives with his mom, but then the sister, who is also, working, and she eventually has kids, she was living with her mom as well, so I'm not sure if he's technically a man in this movie, but so he eventually goes to this political protest, and he is arrested, and his mother sees his arrest and she has a heart attack. She goes into a coma, and then for I think it takes place over 6 months. That's a time span she's in the coma. While in that coma, I can't remember if it's supposed to be Germany or Russia. They have a wall, which, if I remember correctly, that was the Berlin Wall, right? That's the only country that had a wall, I think. I think that the wall came down and everything like that. But yeah, I think one of the leaders resigns, and the country goes from a communist country to a socialist country, I think. But it does go from communism to capitalism because, with the stores, everything in the stores, more local products starts be taken out in favor for products from foreign countries. So we kind of see that change. And then the money changes as well, and that's kind of a plot point. They kind of, they stash away money or the mom stashes away money for a rainy day, but she can't remember where she'd put it. And she eventually remembers, and they do try to go get it exchanged, but apparently they're a day late at getting it exchanged, so their money, they have this bunch of money that's no good, because they've been just living in this apartment, and his sister works at Burger King, which I laughed so much at that. It just felt so random, I guess, because I did have a Burger King in my town I would go to a lot. I just kind of thought it was funny, but yeah, his mom obviously eventually comes out of a coma, but the doctor says they don't want her to have any stress, and so Alex is scared that she will, when she learns that her country is no longer a communist country, that she will, it will kill her, I guess. And I mean, beginning, it's kind of, she is very, very much open about her, obsession, I guess, with the Communist Party. I can't think of what word to explain it. So he comes up with the idea of this huge, elaborate hoax to try to make her believe that they're still living in this communist country, that nothing's changed. So he'll take he'd go dumpster diving and get jars from old products that had been thrown out, take the new products from these other countries, transfer them into it to make, because he could not find, the old products. So he's finding all her favorite stuff to try to continue to make her believe that, nothing's changed.
Herr Ganske, Vielleicht noch Spreewaldgurken? Leeres Glas wird's auch tun.
He hires a friend that they make fake news broadcasts to continually making her believe, nothing's happening. He hires like all these people to like sing these songs on her birthdays.
Problem ist, sie hat ja von der Wende nichts mitgekriegt. Habt ihr das jetzt wirklich verstanden? Ich will kein falsches Wort hören.
And it's just so elaborate, and he spends like I'm frankly impressed by how he can spend this much time with this hoax while also maintaining. He had like a TV repair job. I was like, man, he's very good at multitasking. But yeah, turns out his sister sees their father that they thought had abandoned him at Burger King. And later it's revealed by their mother that their father did not technically abandon them. Him and his wife, as far as I understand, agreed to leave the country. So her father, who's not a communist, he didn't agree with the party, he left using business, like a business excuse. His wife was supposed to follow with their kids, but she didn't, because she's still very much, I guess, a communist. And so I guess she decided to make it seem like he abandoned them, and would it kind of also explain her suicide attempt, because she is very much a communist, and her husband wasn't, and so most likely she felt abandoned too. So the sister she doesn't take it well. She goes into their apartment and starts ripping it apart, and eventually finds the letters that her mother had been keeping that had been sent by her father. Alex ends up going to find his father to let his father know that their mother was dying and that she wanted to see him one last time. And his father was actually pretty nice guy. It's a really sweet moment, I think, when he sees and realizes Alex is his son.
Alexander.
Alex? Mein Gott, ich habe dich nicht mal erkannt. Ich habe 3 Jahre lang jeden Tag auf eine Nachricht von euch gewartet. Jeden Tag. Mir sehnlicher gewünscht.
His father, comes to the hospital, and they kind of have this like closure, I guess. The sister sees him. I think she recognizes him, but kind of walks away. I'm not sure if that's just she's kind of in shock and she wants time to process it, or if she, doesn't want to see him or what. So we're getting towards the end of the movie, and eventually Alex decides he wants to tell his mother that, the country is no longer a communist country. So instead of just outright telling her, and I remind you, Alex, he finds a girl earlier in the movie, and she's a nurse, she tells the mother, without his knowledge, about everything that's happened in the last 6 months. So Alex doesn't realize that she knows already. And I guess his mother kind of just lets him go along with this whole, because he decides to let her know what's happening, but again, he creates this hoax in which, the guy, he hires his friend or he hires someone to have this news broadcast where the leader resigns, and then they become, they're no longer a communist country.
Ich habe mich daher dazu entschlossen, die Grenzen der DDR zu öffnen.
Der BRD die Möglichkeit genutzt.
And so I just think, dude, why are you wasting time? Just tell her. And she eventually dies by the end of the movie. So, man, it was a movie. I was frankly impressed by how far Alex went to try to hide the truth. And it was kind of creepy in that he kept trying to dissuade her from going out. So he was kind of keeping her prisoner. She eventually finds a way out, and she sees like all these like new stuff. There's like Coca-Cola advertisements and blimps and stuff like that. The fun results of capitalism, of course. I'm not exactly surprised when you think about it that Alex did what he did, because beginning of the movie, he thinks his father abandoned him. His mother commits or tries to commit suicide and is committed. So he probably has abandonment issues. He's afraid of losing his parent. So if he thinks that letting her know what's happening, will you stop it? So if he thinks letting her know what's happened could kill her, I'm not surprised that he goes to such lengths to try to protect her. I think that's a little just, fear of losing her. The mother, she's, like I said, very much a communist, but I'm not sure if the reason why she is because she actually agrees with it, or if she just has this, like, fear of change, or fear Communist Party, what they will do. So, I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, so, I won't say I regret watching this movie because, like I said, it was interesting to see, this communist country that slowly involves capitalism and all these changes and stuff like that. It's not it's not the typical movie I watch. Some of the other things, the music at the very beginning of the movie, I really did like. It's like the opening scene. I'm not sure about the rest of the movie, but
Alex, halt dich fest!
the actors were fine. The guy who plays Alex actually plays Zemo in Civil War. I don't like Civil War, but he didn't really get to do much in fucking Civil War. I guess I liked him better in this one, but I've only ever seen him in 2 movies now, so take with that what you will. I think that's all I had to say. So yeah, if you did like this video, get a like, then subscribe to get notification for all the videos I'll be doing. So you guys have a nice night. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.